Continuing our series of Shoel Meishiv, we are now approaching the Yontif of Pesach. And one of the things that's on everybody's mind is cleaning for Pesach. Men and women. Women do the brunt of it, but men certainly bear the responsibility as well. So the question to Rav Leib is, how does cleaning for Pesach allow us enough room and time, and in any manner or shape or form, allow us to enjoy Pesach?
It's amazing. You walk into a bakery, starting now you walk into the bakery starting at this point after Purim, you hear people saying, "Oh, clean for Pesach." Oh my gosh. So what happens as a result of that, ouching about Pesach, Pesach cleaning, people spend fortunes of money that they don't have to go to some hotel. They'll negotiate tuition, of course, but they won't. But they'll spend who knows how much money on going away for Pesach. And I'm not saying I'm making a judgment. Some people, at least, I feel that should think 4 times about it. Cleaning for Pesach is part of Pesach experience. And if they perhaps would try to find the way how to correctly and properly do the cleaning for Pesach, they wouldn't be so exhausted to miss out on the Simchas Yontif. They would have actually an amplified Simchas Yontif through doing it at home and being with the family and so on and so forth, without 200 million people surrounding your tables and running around, noise from all sides and So Yisrael Kedoshim Heim, Klal Yisrael, all holy people. I don't, Kol Yisrael B'nei Malachim, all sons of kings, they're worthy of going to the Pesach. But what makes it more enjoyable as part of the Avodah of Pesach is to be involved in the cleaning. Cleaning doesn't have to be an onerous thing, onerous job, to the point that you feel that it disrupts your Simchas Yontif. Cleaning kilchasa does not have to include things that are not required. I mean, like cleaning the bathroom for chametz is not required. Soaking the bathtub with who knows what for chametz is not required. And I'll explain those things. Going under the refrigerator during Pesach, go Chanukah can do under the refrigerator if you want, but before Pesach, there's no need to go under the refrigerator and start thinking and worrying and scrubbing and scratching, or under the stove for that matter. And Rav Scheinberg cautions against that very much, that we should not do that. In his Sefer that he wrote, it's incorporated in another book about, he talks to women, he tells them that you don't need to do that. Why? Because bittul chametz, nullifying your chametz in your home, really is sufficient. The only reason why after we nullify a piece of bread in the closet, we have to make search for it, is because you may come to eat it. Nobody's coming to eat chametz under the refrigerator during Pesach. Nobody's coming to eat, under the stove food that's, nobody's doing that. And the refrigerator racks all of a sudden become a whole thing. You have to put into hot water, into freezing water. You clean it with a cleaning agent that poisons anything that's on it. Wash it off. You could put a cover, or not put a cover even. You could buy a little plastic to put it into, or some silver foil if you don't have the money to buy this plastic. A little silver foil, put holes in them, and then it's done. And with your freezer, the same thing. And with your stove. You clean your stove with a cleaning agent. Keep the stove on, all the 4 burners on for a half hour. And the burner, on the oven, you keep it on for, some people are machmer the burner, true, with the stove, the oven. So you don't use that oven. You could rent an oven for Pesach, or you could not use an oven for Pesach. But if you want to use the oven for Pesach, you could do either one of two things. You could be machmer and use a blowtorch, or you could just keep it on for a half hour. All the fires in the oven and on top. And the Mishnah Berurah says,
you have not used it for 24 hours?
Correct, but the Mishnah Berurah says on the oven is not a problem, because the oven, whatever falls on the oven is burnt immediately through the fire on top of the stove. It's burnt right away, and whatever fire you keep, it's not go. Of course, you're washing with a cleaning agent, so that's going and being absorbed into those burners that are on top. So nothing to worry about. And the thing that you turn the stove with, you could put it into, again, water with cleaning detergent for 15 minutes, leave it to soak there. And there's no chametz there that could be possibly be eaten anyway. Nobody's gonna go pick out the chametz in the handles, number one. But even if they want to say that, it's not edible anymore. So a lot of these things, and also with the shelves, and you clean it and then you cover it and done. You don't have to spend 3 hours scratching and pushing and finding and some people have this kind of, I don't want to borrow a term from Dershowitz, but some people, instead of finding the joy, they find all the oy, in Yiddishkeit, and they really they search for it. They search for the oy instead of the joy. I mean, there is Rav Scheinberg made it in the Sefer Zochar Levracha, my Rebbe. He was, made it clear that this is not Mevatel Simchas Yom Tov at all. That's not what the purpose was. I remember growing up, and my father used to, on Pesach morning before the Zman, we'd have nates, and before the Zman, we'd have donuts and milk on the table to eat, and then we just clean up the table, sweep it again, and then it was done. I mean, that's what people did years ago. But today, for some reason, it sounds that everybody has any kind of stringencies that were not even familiar to the Bari Olam. I'm pretty sure. I think that some of them are not. Another issue about the toothpaste and other medicines that cover special Pesach. Meishiv Feinstein does not require medication that's kosher lePesach. Yes, the Rebbe Yoshev is based on a true and the Malkiel. It requires it, but you don't have to follow Rebbe Yoshev's opinion on this. If you really, somebody does. But Meishiv Feinstein took on his shoulders that it's fine. You don't have to have aspirin kosher lePesach, and there's a reason, which I don't want to go into. That's a whole concept of achshave, and you don't say achshave by medicine, whatever it is. It's not important. But one does not need that. Another important feature of Pesach, which I want to share with you now, without being asked, is one thing that was asked over and over again. I'm asked this over every year. And my statement, hopefully, will answer that question. Chiyuv Sipur Yitzias Mitzrayim is a doraisa. Shtiyas Yayin and other things are drabonan. To get drunk and intoxicated, if you can't drink that, grape juice, drink other things. What does it mean? So, say from Menuchu Kedusha, Matalmud of Chaim Volozhin, he bemoans the fact that people go into like Pilpulim and Shtiklach Torah, and they hear and they say what gematria of Kugel is Kishke, and Kishke is the gematria of Kreplach, and Kreplach is matzah of matzah balls, and all kinds of things, and things that I figure the number of that, you deduct this from that, and you come out with another pshat. That's not CPC Mitzrayim. That's making fun of CPC Mitzrayim. That's a good word to talk about in Yontif morning. For the morning Suda, you could use all those nice, cute vetlach for the Suda in the morning. But for the Seder, you have to know the story with the Medrash Chazal as much as possible, not to prolong, because that's again bittul, oineg, Yontif. When you think about, I'm not going to finish till 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's again a bittul, oineg, Yontif. It doesn't have to end. There's no shia to CPC Mitzrayim, as you know. Okay, so you're marbes. You going to bed at 12:30 or 12 o'clock is also pretty much marbes Mitzrayim. And you need to explain the Haggadah, especially to the children, the stories, Medrashim, 10 Medrashim, 15 Medrashim, and then you move on to the rest of the Seder. In fact, the Sharitzin points out, and the Barbanel says it as well, clearly, that to extend the Seder, the Haggadah, until you get to Magid, and then Rochza, nothing is being eaten until after Magid. And then Rochza, Moitzi Matzah, Tzofun, Yahai Afikoimin, that's already, who knows when. And the whole point of the children to keep the kids up. Mm-hmm. And if you don't keep the kids up, because you're sitting elaborating on your gematrias or your shtiklach that are cute, and the really best that you can put them on in the cute shelf, they're not really things that engage to the story of Mitzrayim. So the important part, the kid should remain, shouldn't be there tied like this. And dread his experience as a young child when he looks back at 20 of the say that, So it's very important that we keep that in our mind. The Seder has to be enjoyable. Simchas Yom Tov is in the Seder when you eat the Suda, and we try to do that the best we can. We encourage our children to take a nap Erev Pesach. And we should keep it that way. Simchas Yom Tov is a deraisa. I don't mean to be like a paisik of halachas in this inyan, but this is what I heard from my Rebbe, Zechat Tzadik Levracha, Moran Harav Chaim Pinchas Scheinberg. I appreciate you listening. Thank you so much. Well, we'll be meeting again, I guess.
Thank you, Rabbi Shop.